Alrighty, welcome to the growth infrastructure model. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact funnel that I use to take coaching businesses that I personally built from inconsistent $5,000 weeks to consistent $150,000 weeks, all while using simple ads, AI prompts, and only 5 key hires. Now, not only did I build this company that I'm going to show you to consistent $150,000 weeks, the company was actually sold in just 5 short years for $10 million. So the first thing I really just want to dive into is this beautiful looking funnel that you're looking at right here. And really, it actually reminds me of a spaceship, like the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars or something. So shout out to all my Star Wars fans, but I'm going to walk you through each one of these pillars right here that you as a business owner need to either create or work with me to help you create in order to scale your business without burnout. Then after I show you these pillars, I'm actually going to show you the key hires that you're going to need in your business to take yourself out of the trenches and scale without feeling completely overwhelmed and emotionally drained. Now, I'm saying this because I've been there before. It's not fun. And if you don't feel that way right now, as you scale, you will feel that way in the future if you don't have the right people in place. And then lastly, I'm going to take you inside of my program and share with you a step-by-step blueprint on how you can achieve the same exact results that I have. But this is totally dependent on you taking action and having the burning desire deep down inside of yourself that you can achieve so much more in your life. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. So whatever you do, just make sure you stick around until the end of this video, because by the time we're done, I promise you, you are going to know exactly how to implement these strategies that I'm teaching you into your business today. And you'll be able to be 10 steps further than where I was when I started, which will eliminate inconsistent leads, bad prospects from actually even getting into your pipeline, and feeling completely overwhelmed and scattered in your business. You don't have to do this alone like I did 10 years ago. Now, real quick, I just want to dive in before we get this rocking and rolling, just so you know who you're talking to. My name is Kyle Redman. I'm addicted to fitness. I love investing my money into assets and watching it grow. And faith is actually the backbone of my life. But all of that aside, over the last 10 years, I've worked with some of the largest billion-dollar brands, as well as hundreds of business owners and coaches. Now, some of the companies that I've worked with are kind of different in size, but the billion-dollar brands consist of companies like Rockstar Energy Drink, Bumble, yes, the dating app, I think they're like 1.2 billion, Uber, I'm sure everybody knows what Uber is, Jack Link's Beef Jerky, and a bunch of others. But nowadays, I focus 100% of my time on working with coaches and small business owners. Some of them that you might know is Jordan Belford, the Wolf of Wall Street, and Anthony Delmedico, who I have crowned actually the Tony Robbins of trades, as well as hundreds of other coaches that have implemented this model into their coaching program to actually fuel rapid growth. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because working with companies this size has really been a blessing for me, and it has given me the ability to really understand the power of building teams, automating processes, and leveraging AI to simplify and speed up the process, which essentially is what we all want as business owners because it frees you up from low-level tasks. So speaking of Anthony real quick, I just want to just go back and really just show you what's possible when you implement this model into your business. Then we will just go ahead and we're going to dive into this growth infrastructure model that you can actually apply to your business. So here's just a short clip of Anthony and how it really helped transform his business and his life.
Hey guys, Anthony Delmedico, former founder, owner of Storm Ventures Group, SVG, WTS, the annual Win a Storm conference. When Kyle Redman started with me, this is in the early days of SVG, we were a small boutique digital marketing company that primarily served the contracting space. We probably had 2 or 3 sales associates. Fast forward to 2 years later, and what we did is really Kyle helped me build a marketing ecosystem. So it starts with leads, digital lead gen. Once we produced enough leads, we needed more people to close them. We needed setters. not just closers, but setters. And we really put together a call center, a digital call center that helped propel us both with the combination of qualified leads coming in, but also setters and closers to go from, 5-10 grand a week to, I think in our heyday was probably more like 150 to 200,000 a week. And now we had a team of, 3 or 4 or 5 dedicated setters, 5 to 10 closers, and obviously videographers and a whole film team. But it was really that marketing ecosystem of digital lead gen, setters, closers, all put together. It's like an orchestra that allows us to propel forward. And one of our best weeks I can remember was 360 grand. So last year I actually sold that company, which was a boutique consulting digital marketing company, film and digital marketing company for the construction and roofing industry. And I sold that. We grew that to a $10 million company. So in about 5 years, that company went from being a couple $100,000 a year to a $10 million company, and sold that. And I launched a new one, MBG. Kyle's helping me with that one too. So anyways, guys, I highly recommend Kyle Redman with WeRut Marketing, but he now is a pioneer out there in the digital marketing space. Highly recommend him and his services to small business entrepreneurs and those that aspire to growth.
All right. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Now let's go ahead and dive into the exact process that I use to help Anthony scale from those inconsistent $5,000 weeks to his record week being $360,000. And just to kick it up a notch, while I'm walking you through this process right here, the growth infrastructure model, I'm actually going to share with you client results that I've worked with that have actually seen similar results as Anthony. So let's go ahead and dive in. But before, I just want to say, listen, I know your time is very valuable. And I just want to say, like, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you being on this. And look, if you're interested in what I'm teaching you today and you want to see if you qualify for the program, then just go ahead and book a call with me by using the link down in my bio. But please, 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 please only book a call if you're serious about scaling your business and you actually have the finances to invest. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, I'm a visual person, so I like to see everything from 1,000-foot view. So when you look at this ecosystem right here, visualize it like a well-oiled machine, okay? And this well-oiled machine can generate consistent revenue when everything is working in unison. And that's where Anthony kind of said it, the ecosystem. And I call it the growth infrastructure ecosystem. And when everything is working together at optimal performance, so all of these little pieces that you see that are color coded, when we're working in optimal performance, the ecosystem thrives and will literally print money like a money printing machine. Okay, so I know the structure is new for a lot of you out there. So just remember, don't get overwhelmed as I'm going through this. This video is really just designed to get you starting to understand the overall infrastructure of how everything is really working together. So let's start with an overview of the model. And then basically I'm going to break down each part of the funnel. So there's a top of funnel right here in the blue, middle of funnel in yellow. There's the bottom funnel in red, and then there's the customer success in green. So I'm going to basically go over a high level overview, and then I'm going to blow this thing up and basically talk about each piece on how you can build it out and implement it into your business today. So now at the top right here, this is where new prospects, which are new people, are going to enter into the funnel. Okay, so they're going to enter in right here. And they're going to move to the middle of the funnel right here as they warm up to you. And then finally, once they warm up to you, they know, like, and trust you, they consume your content, they've seen a bunch of your testimonials. That is when they are going to move to the bottom of the funnel. And this is where they are ready to buy. This is ultimately where the magic happens, right? And if your content is structured the way that we teach you with our proven strategies and our AI prompts, by the time the prospects really like reach the bottom right here of the funnel, they'll know so much about you that basically they won't have many questions, right? Your content is going to answer most of their questions. And they, at this stage, they basically just need to know the price and what are the next steps in order to qualify and sign up with you. And after they're onboarded, so once they sign up and after they're onboarded, You just need to deliver an exceptional fulfillment and move them into the next stage right here, which is going to ascend them into your other products. Okay, so that's basically a high level, right? You're getting new eyeballs on your brand. You're warming them up with your content because you're speaking directly to their pain points and you're educating them on how to alleviate the pain and get closer to their desires. Then they're booking a call with you and you're closing them and you're onboarding them and you're giving them the best fulfillment that they could possibly think of, that is then going to get them results. And when you get people results, they are a customer for life, and then you are able to sell them on your other products. Okay, so it's that simple. So like I said, that's just a high level of how it works. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to break down the 4 steps of creating really the growth infrastructure funnel and how it all really works together. So it all starts with a strong foundation, and your foundation is built of 3 things. Okay, the first thing is actually having a product that produces results for your customers. You need a product that produces results. So that's step 1. Step 2 is having a strong offer and catchy hooks to support that offer so you can get eyeballs on the offer. And the third thing is having a digital footprint to nurture your prospects. And a digital footprint, what I've learned with my data of spending over $30 million in ads, is that when somebody sees your ads, they then go digging around and looking at your digital footprint. So you must have that set in stone. And if you don't have these 3 things in place, then I'm telling you right now, your funnel is just not going to run on optimal performance. So you have to get these 3 things dialed in first. Now, the first place to start when really building out your funnel is the offer and the hooks right up here. That's why it's the first thing. And the reason why is because you're going to use the messaging throughout your entire funnel. So before you build anything, you must have a compelling offer. And more importantly, you must be able to deliver results quickly for your clients, because everybody, unfortunately, they want their results yesterday. So I say this all the time. So write this down. A great offer with poor fulfillment is a sinking ship. And the reverse is true. A great product with a weak offer won't attract customers. That's why the first thing you need to focus on is dialing in your offer and your hooks so that it is irresistible and aligned with your audience's needs. Now, a good example is Jeff Richfield right here. And he has a great product at the end of the day, but he wasn't able to sell it because he didn't have a compelling offer and he had 0 catchy hooks in place. Now, what we did is once we built out his compelling offer for him and we created a couple of catchy hooks, he literally struck gold. He landed a $100,000 deal in his first 3 weeks, and then he cash collected $175,000 his first month. So your offer and your hooks are everything to build a strong foundation. Now, once you have right here your offer and your hooks dialed in, you can now start building out your top of funnel, which is everything in the blue right here. So this is your awareness stage. And at the top, your goal really is to get as many people as possible to engage with you. Now, these prospects are freezing cold, which means they just don't know you, they don't like you, and they just don't trust you yet. So in order to warm them up to you, it's really best, let's zoom in a little bit, to create organic content, right? And organic content, some of the best things that are working right now are Instagram Reels, which are short form, and then YouTube long form content. And once you have both of these in place, then you are able to launch cheap follower ads, which will target your dream clients to follow you. And notice how I say dream clients, because we're specifically targeting them out and speaking to them. All right. So that way we can have the right people following you and not just a bunch of tire kickers following you, which is really bad and dilutes your following in the future. Okay. So once you have this dialed in and you have your paid ads going, this is optional, but once people get this locked in, I then teach them how to either build a group and build a community, but also join groups and communities to really create authority in the marketplace. And then also really participating in online and in-person events where you can then network with people to then get them to follow you. So the goal here at the top of the funnel is to really provide free valuable content that prompts people to follow you. And once they follow you, as long as you continue to provide value, they're likely to stay connected with you for life. And that's really where the magic happens long term. Okay. And Matthew is a great example of this. All right. And he basically needed to dial in his top of funnel. And at the end of the day, he really he had a lead problem. He honestly, like, he didn't have enough leads coming in. And when he got leads to come in and finally book a call, the quality just wasn't there. So what we did is we helped him build out a organic foundation, and then we launched his paid follower ads, and he broke his business. He actually had to turn his leads off because he was getting overwhelmed with the volume of leads, which is ultimately a good problem to have. And we then helped him. So at that point, when your business breaks, which is going to happen, that's when I personally help you with the next step. And for him, the next step was helping him hire a setter, which was going to set his appointments, and then a closer that helped close those appointments. Once he got those two positions locked in, his business skyrocketed. Okay. So going back to the funnel, that is the top of funnel. The second piece right here is the middle of the funnel, and this is yellow. All right, this is the consideration stage. Now, this is where your followers are going to start to really warm up to you. Now, followers are great at the end of the day, but unfortunately, they just don't pay the bills. So we need to really turn these followers into leads. And in order to really do this, you need to warm up your audience consistently. And one of the best ways to really warm them up is with a consistent stream of nurturing Instagram reels right here, YouTube videos, and testimonials, which is going to build belief in your following. Okay. And a good amount of you are probably like biting your nails and are like, oh, I'm not on YouTube yet, but that's completely okay. But in the future, you need to get on YouTube because YouTube content is really going to allow you to connect on a deeper level with your audience. And when somebody watches your YouTube content and they book a call with you, it's about a 70 to 80% chance that they're going to close. So do not sleep on YouTube, and I can help you with that. Now, other tools that are really effective in the middle of the funnel are video sales letters, which is a VSL, and then retargeting ads. Okay. And a VSL, which is a video sales letter, is like a demo or a pitch video, like the one you're watching right now. But it's really designed in a way to educate your prospects on who you are, who you've helped, what you do, how you do it, and how they can get access so they can really hit their desired goals with your proven process. And your VSL basically does all the education for you rather than you actually having to do a live demo, which is one of the biggest bottlenecks in a lot of companies because it takes up all of your time. And then there is retargeting ads, which I personally love. They are magical. I'm sure you've actually gone on social media before and you get delivered an ad to you and you feel like they have been listening to your conversation, right? Where you're like, what the heck? I swear I was just talking about this and it just popped up on my phone. Well, guess what? That's the power of retargeting ads. These ads are basically where you're able to target people that have already engaged with your content or has really like followed your page. And you're really able to deliver, like, the best thing to do is based on them following, liking, commenting, or engaging, you're able to then really warm them up with specific messaging that speaks directly to them. And then delivering them a lead magnet in a messenger ad. I know I'm speaking Chinese, but you're delivering them a lead magnet, which is something beneficial for them that they can apply to their business today, like a free PDF or a free guide or a free video like this, in a messenger ad where they message you to receive it. And that then starts the conversation. Okay. And the conversation then leads to a booked call. Okay. So if you want more booked calls, if you want more sales, you need to have what? More conversations. Okay. So overall, that is the middle of the funnel, and your goal is just to deliver as much value as possible, and that is going to nurture the relationship, and then retarget the people that have followed you, that now know, like, and trust you, and consumed your content with a call to action, which is right here, a CTA. And the call to action is either going to get them to watch your video sales letter, like you're watching right now, or they are going to message you through your direct message, through your DM. So you can start the conversation, which, like I said, is going to turn into a book call. Now, Jeff Christian right here is a perfect example. He was simply just burnt out from taking sales calls all day long and trying to run his business at the same time. Then what we did is, to fix this, is we helped him create a VSL, and it freed up his time and created less friction on his sales call. And his calls went from an hour long to 10 to 30 minutes, and most of the prospects only had a few questions and just needed to know the price. And then from there, obviously he still was burnt out because now he's getting more calls. We then added the same thing as Matt, a setter and a closer, and he was completely out of that role. Okay, so it's really cool of how this stuff works together, and we keep it very simple. All right, so now, after the middle of the funnel, what you just saw in the yellow, okay, the next stage is the red right here. And this is called the bottom of the funnel, which is the decision stage for the prospect. This is where your prospects really start to feel like they have known you all your life. They're now ready to take action. And by now, they've consumed around 5 to 7 hours of your content and are ready for your compelling offer. So really, as you can see, there's multiple ways that they can get booked in with you. And the best way, I believe, is through your DMs, so your direct message. The second is your YouTube VSL. Okay, so in your YouTube VSL, down below in the description is going to be a Calendly link or a calendar link for them to book in. And then you have a appointment setter, so somebody that is setting the appointments for you. All right. And then lastly, if you have your emails dialed in, which is very easy to do, is through email, right? So if somebody no shows, you're hitting them with emails. And if you actually have lead magnets collecting their emails, it's good to put them in a drip as well. All right. So at this stage, as long as you have everything really built, right, that I just went over, then you should see around 70% of the people who have actually like consumed your content, they should book a call with you. And a minimum of 30% of these people should close. And if you're on the phone with someone and they tell you that they've watched your YouTube content, you should be jumping out of your seat because they should be an automatic close. Now, if you're not doing a 30%, and if you're not closing the people that book in on YouTube, then you have a sales problem, which we help you with. Okay. Now, Frank right here is a good example of this. He was getting a bunch of book calls and he was getting a ton of leads, but he just didn't have anyone for following up with the people that no showed. And he was running the entire business by himself. So what we did is the same thing as Matt and Jeff. We just added a setter and a closer to his team, and he increased his numbers year over year by 7 times. That means that you put $1 in, you're going to get 7 back. It's incredible. It really is. And it's amazing to see him grow in his company. And most companies, I keep saying this because most companies I work with, this is the big issue that they have. They really know how to get leads, but they don't know how to qualify the leads, and they don't know how to set the appointments, and then they don't know how to follow up with them. Okay. So just going over this now, you have your top of funnel right here, your middle of funnel, and your bottom of funnel set up. So sales, once this is set up, should be rolling in to your business. Now, in order to scale your business, I highly advise you to not buy the Lambo, to not get the really nice penthouse, and to not go and spend your money, right? You need to reinvest it back into your business. So I highly advise you to reinvest your profits back into this system right here. So month one is to be cash flow positive. Month two, you're taking some of that money and you're pumping it back into your ads. Okay. So personally, for me, when I started, I paid my bills and the rest went straight back into my ads and ad spend. And it paid off. And the reason why is because you want to continue to build your following because most of your followers are going to take around roughly 30 to 90 days. These are like new followers coming in, not the followers you already have. Those ones will take a lot quicker to close, but it generally takes around 30 to 90 days of your new followers to consume your content before they really warm up to you and buy. So you need to keep building your followers right here. You need to continue to keep building your followers and retargeting them. So you're taking this money, you're pumping it back into ads. More people are following you, and then retargeting them with paid ads. And the sweet spot is once you get a 3 to 4 ROAS, okay, which is your return on ad spend. That's you put $1 in, you get 3 back. You put $1 in, you get 4 back. Then you should double your ad spend because now you know that your funnel is working. And that's a good feeling. When you know that this is all dialed in and you can just pull the lever of just spending more money, that's when the magic happens. And a lot of people, they have fear of spending more money because they don't have the confidence that everything is working right. So that's where I come in and I really help you shift your paradigm. And I say, hey, you got a 3 to 4x ROAS. All you got to do is put another dollar in, you're going to get 3 or 4 back, right? So that's where I really help you with that confidence. And lastly is your customer success process. All right. And the customer success is crucial to scaling your business. Now, when somebody pays you, the most important thing they care about is the experience that they receive right from the start. And you want to ensure that they feel supported, they get onboarded right here seamlessly, and they experience fast results so that they just don't have buyer's remorse. That's the worst thing you can get out of a customer. Talking about, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get my ROI. Now, before you really like crank it on your ad spend, you need to have your customer success dialed in. So you can really like have the confidence that you can bring on an unlimited amount of clients and be able to service them so they get results. Now, here's how you dial in your customer success. The key right here, where it starts, is onboarding your clients immediately. This means providing them access to your service or product right away. I do that on my sales calls so that right after they pay, they're added to your community. They know exactly how to get support. They know exactly how to get help. Okay. Every person wants to feel supported from the second they get right into your community. Next is to create an action plan for them. And you need to ensure that your clients have a clear path to really achieving their goals. And the faster you help them achieve those results, the more likely they are to become lifelong customers and ascend right here into your other products down the road. So here's the 3 key pillars of client success. The first, let's zoom in. The first right here is coaching calls. And you need to have weekly coaching calls. It's a non-negotiable if you're a coach. So whether that's you coaching them or you hire somebody to coach them, your clients, they need to feel an actual human to human connection so that they know that you care. And trust me, all right, trust me on this one. It's more effective than actually emailing or talking on the phone with your customer because I've been down this road and they just want to see you and they just want to see that you actually care. Most of the time, they don't even show up to the calls, but we need them to show up to the calls because we need them to know that we care, right? So make sure you're doing like a Zoom and make sure you're actually helping them through the process so that they feel like they have that connection with you and so that they don't feel scared to ask questions, right? That's the worst thing is when you have a community that is scared to ask questions, and we don't want that. And the second is your community. And a strong community is the key to building confidence. And when your new clients start seeing the wins from your other clients, it is one of the biggest confidence boosters out there. And it really motivates your clients to take action. And the magic of actually like having a supported community is that people start helping each other and they start lifting each other up. And most of the time when someone really like posts a question in the community, a member ends up like answering that question because they were in the same shoes in the past. And there's nothing better than that, like having your community lifting each other up. Okay, so you need to build a strong community. And third is building a course, which we'll dive into a little bit. Now, the most like I'm assuming most of you actually have courses, but if not, like that's totally fine. When I created my course, I'm telling you this right now, it was a game changer for my business. And my course now allows me to serve an unlimited number of clients, and it frees up a lot of the time I was spending repeating myself over and over and over again. And I also needed a hub for my clients to basically go to where they had questions, and then they could basically go and watch the courses on their own so that they can revisit the content, master it, and then get results without having to wait on me or my CSM to give them the answer. And I teach this in my program. So if you're feeling burnt out, then you need to lean on your course or create your course and lean on it as much as possible to really just do the heavy lifting and help you with the repetitiveness in your business. Now, if you deliver on everything mentioned above and have a world-class product, you should have no problem producing results for your clients. And at the end of the day, that is why we do what we do, to be honest. And there's nothing more fulfilling in life than helping people help other people. And look, if you're in it for the money and your product is subpar and you fail to deliver results, then I hate to say it, but you're just not going to make it. So just make sure that you do your best to try and perfect your product and then continuously optimize it to ensure that your product is actually getting results for your clients. And by doing this, you will be able to turn your clients into, which is right here, powerful testimonials and case studies, which are like gold at the top of the funnel right here. Now, I've made my clients millions of dollars from just running just one testimonial ad for years. So make sure that you dial in your results and then get case studies and testimonials from your clients so that you can shoot them back to the top and use them as paid ads and retargeting ads. So once you have your top of funnel and middle of funnel and bottom of funnel and customer success mastered and everything is working in harmony, then that's when you can crank up your ad spend and start really ascending your clients right here into other products that you have built. But I'm going to leave that for another video. So that is actually the 1,000-foot view of the growth infrastructure model. Now I want to just do a quick overview of the 5 hiring positions you must hire or have us help you hire in order to free up your time. And then we can go ahead and wrap this up. So let's go ahead and dive into the key positions you need to hire in order to scale your business past 6-figure weeks. So it all starts with you, the owner, okay? So it all starts with you, the owner. And when you're starting out, you're wearing all the hats. You feel stretched thin, you feel overwhelmed, you're burnt out. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I have been there before. And this is why building a team is essential. But before you do, you need to really start thinking about this piece right here. And that's creating a course internally and externally. Okay, so what you want to do is really just start documenting everything you're doing in your business. So for your internal course, which will be used for your new hires, you're going to record your daily tasks while you're still the one doing everything. Then simply organize your videos into training, like a training program for your future hires. And this is going to just ensure that your onboarding process is quick, it's consistent, and it's repeatable. And it will help you dial in your SOPs, which is your standard operation procedures. So you got to start thinking about your internal course. And then next is going to be your external course, which is for your clients. And to get this started, for the people that don't have this built yet, you're going to take the questions and topics that you find yourself explaining over and over again to your clients. And you're just going to record how-to videos. And this is going to eventually evolve into more of like a polished course for your audience. And for me, I just started with basic onboarding videos and FAQs, which is frequently asked questions. And later, I sat down to create a structured course, which, like I said before, it completely changed my business and gave me all of my time back. Okay, so the next part is right here, which is going to be a video editor and then an organic SMM, which is a social media marketing manager. And once you really like, both of these positions can be in one. Okay, and you're going to be in the beginning taking on both of these roles. All right, so once you're really like popping out and producing a ton of content and making a little bit of money, you can then hire somebody to edit for you, but it's best to just use an AI editing software like the one that I actually have linked in the description down below, and it will save you a ton of money and it will save you a ton of time. So while you're starting out and trying to ramp up your clients, I would just use AI to edit. It works really good. And then once you go the hiring route, you can then find somebody on Fiverr or Upwork who you can pay around $20 to $200 per video, 20 for like a Instagram reel, a really good touched up one, and then like $200 for a YouTube edit. And there's a ton on there. There's so many people on there that will just do a great job. And I actually give an access, a list. I give access to my list to all of our clients, and then we also have editors that we recommend as well if they want to go that route. And then the organic social media marketing manager, once you get the video editor, they can start posting all of your content for you as well. So it's like a two-headed monster. Now, once your business is hitting, okay, $10,000 to $20,000 months, it's now time to hire a setter. All right, you need to get this position. And this person is going to handle all of your outreach. They're going to keep your calendar consistently filled with quality, qualified leads. Okay, and this, I'm telling you right now, this hire, like, it gives me goosebumps because this hire by far is the biggest game changer in your business in the beginning, and it will get you to this mark right here, the $40,000 a month mark. And I have clients that are hitting around $100,000 a month with just them and a setter, and then they're just outsourcing to a person on Fiverr to do their editing. So this position is crucial. So once you have your setter in place, that is when, so you're making a consistent $40,000 a month. So you're hitting two back-to-back 40,000 or three back-to-back $40,000 months. This is when you're going to invest into a CSM, okay, which is a customer success manager. And they're also acting as a coach. Okay, so this role is going to free up the majority of your time while improving the customer's experience in their journey. So they're going to handle your one-on-one support. They're going to handle your onboarding. They're also going to help you with your coach grouping call or your blah, blah, blah. They're also going to help you with your group coaching calls. And the best person, I'm telling you right now, for this role is normally somebody that is already actually in your program because they understand everything you do and they know your company values and they already know, like, and trust you. So they get it. So like we teach you how to actually market to the people in your program or the people that are within your community to find this position. Now, here's just a key pro tip. Okay, so when hiring a customer success manager, I actually put this, I gave you guys a freebie right here. Okay, when hiring a customer success manager, don't hire a full-time CSM until you're really hitting consistent $100,000 months. All right, because you can pay them part-time. And that's key. Now, when you pay them part-time, like we teach you this, we structure it out and teach you how to pay them. But when you pay them part-time, that actually gives you the ability to then have funds to then hire the next position, okay? And the last person on this diagram, which is your account manager, all right? This is also known as a sales closer. This should not be rushed into. And the reason why is because you are the best person for this role in the beginning, okay? Because nobody knows or believes in your product as much as you do. And when you're selling to somebody, they feel that, they know that, right? And this person will eventually, like, obviously handle your sales, your onboarding, all your upsells, and they're going to help with customer success. But in the meantime, you're going to take on this role until you can't physically manage the amount of book calls anymore, okay? This way, your closer, like, you want to make sure that when you bring this position on, because you want somebody high level, right? A type, good talker, educated, has everything together, right? Super good at communicating and really good at selling, right? You want to make sure that you have enough booked calls and leads coming in that where they feel like they actually can have an unlimited amount of commissions because it's super motivating. A salesperson can go anywhere. So you need to make sure that you have your growth infrastructure dialed, right? And your setter setting really good. You got to have a strong setter that like complements your account manager, right? It's the Kobe Shaq show. And you need to make sure you have that in place. All right. So that is the hierarchy of your business. And this right here, this team will give you a 60% profit margin. Okay. So you'll be able to take home 60% after paying these people out. All right. And then I have a whole nother course and whole nother master mind that I teach how to get to, past 100K months, 200K months, 200K weeks. And I can teach all of that, but that's a total different program. So this is for the people that are really roughly, in that 5K to 50K realm to where we can really help you scale. But if you are past that, you're doing 100K, 200K, let me know. And then I can show you guys my mastermind. So what I want to do now is just really like identify where you are. Okay. And we're going to walk through this super quick. And then we can go ahead and I'm going to take you into the blueprint, right? So for instance, me personally, I started out 10 years ago and I was here. Okay. I was just starting out. I bought a course from Billie Jean and Ty Lopez. I think it was like $20 or $50. And I was just trying my best to just get into the trenches, getting my hands dirty and trying to figure out how to build a business. I had no systems in place. I had no team. I was afraid to spend money on ads. I didn't even have a proven offer whatsoever. And I was just winging it. And I didn't know what customer success was. And I thought I was really good at sales, but I was subpar at sales. So I was here and it was not a good feeling, but it was a good feeling because I felt like there was something more out there as I was learning more. Right. And then as the time went by, I got some skin in the game and I was making around $7,000 to $10,000 a month. But this took me 3 years to figure out. And I was doing everything on my own. Now, look, like I had a handful of clients that I got from word of mouth. Most of it was from like family members introducing me to people that they worked with. And I'm telling you right now, I honestly was giving them the world. Like I gave them everything. I was charging them the bare minimum because I didn't have the confidence yet to hire or to basically take my product and charge more for it. I was charging around like $1,500 a month to run their ads and then coach them at the same time. So I just didn't have the confidence or somebody telling me, look, you need to raise your prices, right? And this probably sounds familiar to you. But let me tell you, look, I know I gave the world to them and it felt kind of like they were taking advantage of me, but I have to say, like, I'm extremely grateful for the experience I got from these clients, right? Because I was able to dial everything in and feel that pain and then push through it, right? And that was the key thing that I learned. Now, even though I was a one-man team and I was stuck with overwhelm every single day, I was extremely burnt out because my leads were just unpredictable. My revenue was up and down like a roller coaster, and I was just exhausted. I still knew deep down inside like there was a better way because I was growing. I was getting in the trenches. I would fail, and then I would go on YouTube and I'd figure out how to fix it, or I'd buy another course and I'd figure out to fix it, right? And that was the key. So I'm extremely grateful for going through this process because it got me to this level right here. And that's where I realized that I needed mentors and I needed a proven roadmap to be successful. And I needed to be held accountable to really hitting my goals in order to really have the confidence to obtain them. And once I received the blueprint and they gave me that confidence, I was able to start charging $5,000 to $10,000 for my services. And I shot up to $100,000 months extremely fast. and I started feeling like I was actually a business owner. I was able to actually step in to a completely different role and mindset than I was actually in my past. And that, like, having the mentors, having the roadmap, having the confidence was everything that got me from here to here. All right. So, not to mention I was making a ton of money too. I thought I was making a ton of money. A lot different now, but at the time when you hit that $100,000 a month, it is life changing. And once I got the confidence and the mentors and the blueprint and everything, I was now able to really bring in like 15 new clients each month, which then down the road actually turned into weeks, which I'll show you my sales board right here. But now I just like I had the confidence to run paid ads. I had someone that was guiding me through the way. I built an in-house team to take on tasks that I hated. And I was able to produce predictable leads and revenue, and I could take on an unlimited amount of clients. And it's such a great feeling because my clients were happy, okay, my team's happy, and I'm extremely fulfilled and happy. And it's like night and day. It's night and day from doing it alone versus doing it with somebody else. Okay. So this is the sales board. You guys can take pauses and look at it, but this is all the sales that were coming in. So this is 5 setters and 5 closers. Okay. Best week at this time was just $188,000. And you can just see how this works. Okay. So now I just want to show you my program, which is designed to help you implement this growth infrastructure model that I just showed you step by step into your business. Okay. But also designed with me helping you along the way. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into the growth infrastructure right here. So this is the WeRoot Coaching Center that I built. All right. And the first thing is really this is where you book in your sessions. So throughout every single one of these modules, which I'll show you here in a second, is a video, and then you have a worksheet that goes with the video. Okay, so I'm not leaving you alone. I'm not just like read this and go through it. I'm teaching you it. And as you go through the course, you're actually doing the work and you're doing it with my worksheet. That way you can get it done as quick as possible. It's efficient. And I actually have goal points to where you stop and then you reach out to me and I'm going to take a look at your work. Okay, so I'm making sure that you're not alone. I'm making sure that you're doing it the right way so that we don't have to backtrack. All right, so that we can go full speed ahead and actually get results quickly. And that's the goal here. So there within this entire program, there's parts where you stop, you reach out to me, and then we book in sessions as well for me to review your work. Okay, so first thing is you're welcome. I'm going to welcome you. I'm then going to show you how to get help and support. But then we're going to go into diving into building your foundation for scale. So I go over the funnel once more that I just went over. And then I'm going to teach you how to spy on your competitors. Okay, because you need to know what your competitors are doing in order to be successful in this game, because you need to know how to position yourself better than them, right? And you need to make sure that your product is different, right? You need to make sure that what you're doing is better and superior to what they're doing. So I teach you how to spy on them. The next is going and creating your AI clone. So creating a clone of yourself. And this is key because we're going to extrapolate all the information from your brain about you and your business. And we're going to give it over to AI so that it then knows exactly how to speak to your customers. Okay. And it will create all of your content for you. So everything from your ads with our proven scripts and prompts to your VSL video sales letters to emails to offers to hooks, you name it. It's going to create everything. And I have prompts that I give to your clone and it just spits everything out. And these things took me 10 years to build. All right. These things are 10 years of knowledge that I'm giving you to give to your clone, and it's going to spit everything out. So what you're going to do is you're going to help your clone identify who is your ideal client. Okay. Also, who is the client you don't want to work with. Also, understanding their pains and their desires, their limiting beliefs and their empowering beliefs that they need. Understanding your target competition, like me, people that just do organics. I love picking on them. And then creating testimonials. So putting testimonials into your clone so that they know how to speak um, for you about your testimonials when creating your ads. Also, your about me. And then once it's educated, now you're ready to rock and roll. Now you're just using my prompts and you're giving it to your clone, and the clone is then going to spit out your hooks. So all of your hooks, your offers, everything is going to be spit out from your clone like a boom, right? And usually that takes like right there, that takes so much time because you get writer's block. And now this alleviates writer's block on everything that you do. Okay. I found that that was the biggest like bottleneck the owners was like trying to figure out how to script their ads and create them the right way. Okay. Because it's all based on psychology at the end of the day. And that's how we create scripts to move people further away from their pains and closer to their desires. So, long story short, that's the first part. The second part is launching your ads. So, we're going to do a paid ad overview. We're going to teach you how to build your foundation. So, you need to get your foundation built on your Instagram and your Facebook and your YouTube before you launch your ads. Then we're going to teach you how to script your ads, which we do our follower ads. We're going to build out your business manager, and then we're going to launch them. And that's going to get you a ton of followers that you can then start talking to then get on sales calls. All right. Once you do that, then we're going to teach you how to track. So tracking your ads and knowing your KPIs is everything, because once you do that, then you know the levers to pull. If you're getting booked calls at a certain price, let's just say your booked calls are $300 and the close is what, $500? That means you only have to spend $500 more, okay, in order to get another sale. So you're like, all right, I'll just spend $2,000. I'm going to get 4 sales. Perfect. So those are the levers you need to know in your business. And then after that, we teach you how to do your messenger ads in-house. And once you do your messenger ads, that's when you're now getting a ton of messages. So you're getting a ton of followers, you're getting a ton of messages, and you're just talking to people all day long. All right. This right here, you can get done in the first week. All of this. I've seen people get this done in the first couple days if you know how to do ads. Okay, new people, they can get that done in a week. Then I teach you, if you don't know how to do organics, I teach you how to master your organics, and I teach you what to post, when to post it. I teach you how to script it. I have the prompts that you put in, and it gives you all of your scripting and all of your ideas. I teach you how to film, I teach you how to edit, and I teach you how to basically do it flawlessly. All right, so this is really good to know. Then it's appointment setting. All right. So appointment setting is like once you get a ton of leads coming in, like we talked about, you now need to set these appointments. So whether that's you doing it, which I advise you to do to start, or an appointment setter, which I teach you how to hire, this is where I do an overview. So you can go through this, or you can put a new hire through this where they can learn how to set the appointments. And then I have templates that are built on exactly what to say when you're setting appointments. I also have a tracking sheet for the appointment setter on knowing, how many people you've reached out to, how many people you followed up with, how many appointments were booked, how many closes, right? So I have all of that in here too. I also have sales strategies. So how to sell these people, what is the best script in order to sell these individuals once they're on the call. So I help you with sales as well. And then it's shooting your VSL, like the video I'm showing you here. So shooting out, scripting it, we use your ChatGPT AI clone to basically script it all for you. Once you educate it up here, now I give you the prompt and it's going to script your whole VSL for you. Then it's creating a visual like the visual I showed you right here behind the screen. And it's creating a visual for it. So you can just explain people what you do, how you do it, who you've helped, and how they can get more information. It's very simple, right? And then it's just posting it on your YouTube, which is key. After that, it's your customer success process. So basically how to onboard. So like what we talked about right here, how to onboard, how to coach, how to build a community, how to build a course. All right, so all of that's in there. I teach you exactly how to do that. I also teach you how to hire all of these key positions right here. So video editors, social media marketing manager, media buyer, which is somebody to run your ads for you, a setter, a closer, and a customer success manager. So I teach you how to hire them. Not only do I teach you how to hire them, I also give you the offer letter to bringing them on board, how much to pay them, how to manage them, what their KPIs are, and then also their agreement. So when you bring them on board, what is the agreement? Okay, so you're not alone in the hiring process. All right, I teach you exactly how to bring on these people. Then I have frequently asked questions, which is an ongoing thing. And then my favorite, which is my partnership hub. Now, if you're like a lot of the owners that are making a ton of money right now, a lot of the more high level people I work with, they don't want to do any of this hiring. Okay. So the cool part is I have partners, which I'm going to show you. I have partners that will run your ads for you. Okay. And these partners are super cheap. Then they're amazing. They're like $600 to run your ads for you. Okay. I have video editors, so short form, long form that you can connect with that will edit your stuff. I have appointment setters that are already trained. Okay, so I have a partner that already trains. They hired. He's amazing. He hires kids that are like, and I say kids because they're 19 to 24 years old that are like going through college that are playing sports high level that need to make money while they're playing sports. So they'll set for you, and they're A-type, high energy, super smart, and they're the best setters. So they train them and then they hand them over to you and they help you for 4 months, making sure that this setter is the right fit and that they are really good at what they do. So the setters are great. Virtual assistants, like I have the best virtual assistants company that I work with, and they'll get you whatever you need, any position you need. Somebody to do admin tasks, somebody to do client management, somebody to do your accounts, somebody to do your accounting, social media posting, anything. I have the best virtual assistant company that I work with. And then if you need a recruiter, I have recruiters that will recruit for you. So you're not left alone. All right. So you're not left like this whole process. I'm helping you through it to build this company to where you want to go. Okay. So that is the inside of just the coaching hub. Next, I actually have so what I do is I do 2 personal one-on-one calls bi-weekly with you. So you can jump on with me. We also do bi-weekly group coaching calls where I have people that jump on that teach from all different industries that are going to help you, coach you, and teach you. So they're jumping on there. I'm also jumping on there, and we're going over high level stuff. And you can ask whatever questions that you want to ask on those group calls. It's a little bit different than the one-on-one call because the one-on-one call, you and I are working together on finding out what your problem is that you're having right now, and then how to fix it, and then how to get you to the next level. So it's very high level on the one-on-one calls, and then the group coaching calls are more of like us bringing in industry experts, also me going over a ton of different topics that the group needs help with. We already went over partners, and then what I'm also going to add into this is for anybody that takes action this month, I'm going to give you one-on-one support with me in Slack. So we have a Slack channel, okay? And in the Slack channel is where you are invited and you can ask whatever questions you need to get support. But I'm also going to give you one-on-one support where you can directly work with me, okay? After that, we also have our community, which I am driven to bring in A-type people. Like you have to qualify for this. I only want A-type people that want to grow, that want to focus on personal development and change their life. Like that is my goal, is to help 1,000 people, help 1,000 people at the end of the day. And I want A-type people. I want to work with people that are just driven because as a community, everybody is going to grow with each other. And when we do our events, our in-person events that are going to be all over the world, having that community together is going to be priceless at the end of the day. So the community is everything. All right. So I just want to just make sure you know that, you know, we have to make sure you qualify for this. If you're hungry and you're driven and you want to change your life and you literally want to go to that next level, then you're going to be a perfect fit. Okay. So all of this is a 4-month program. And then if you are like, I want to stay in this program, we also have ways that you can just stay in the community after the 4 months, which is super cheap right now. Okay. So that is the program. So you really have 2 choices from here. Okay. You keep doing what you're doing. You're either struggling with inconsistent leads, you're wasting time on low quality prospects, or you're burnt out trying to really just manage everything on your own. Plus having like an unpredictable lead problem and not having sustainable money flow like I did when I started, it's just, It's not fun, right? It's this guy right here. Or do you want to become a business owner that is charging top dollar? You're running your paid ads with confidence, and you have a team that takes on low level tasks that you don't want to take on, and you have a predictable lead generation machine. So when you work with me and implement the growth infrastructure model, you will start generating predictable, scalable growth in your business. Okay, just like Anthony, just like Jeff, and just like Matt. And I'm going to help you along the way with building your confidence and really pushing you past the noise, just like my mentors did, right? It's like the way to grow is to push into that pain and continuing to push, which moves the standard further and further and further as you grow. And that's what I'm here for. Okay, so what path are you going to take? Now, one of my favorite quotes is your actions today will define your tomorrow. So where will you be if you don't fix your current problems? And the longer you wait, the more time, the more money, and the more opportunities are going to be wasted. And that's how I felt when I first started. I wasted 3 years, right? It was a learning curve, but hey, I wasted 3 years. And look, I know you may have some concerns, like you've tried ads before and they didn't work, or I don't know how to hire the right people, or I'm just not really good at tech. Well, let me assure you this. The system and my support is designed to overcome all of these challenges. And we will guide you step by step, whether you're new to ads, whether you're new to hiring, or you're new to content creation. We are going to guide you step by step and hold your hand throughout the process. Okay, that's my guarantee to you. So now that you've seen all of this, right, it's time to take action. So like I said, if you're serious about scaling to 7 figures and beyond, whether that's 7 figures a month or 7 figures a year, it doesn't matter. If you're wanting to scale past that without the stress and the frustration of like outdated methods, a lot of people are doing organic, or a lot of people are using marketing agencies, then what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and book in a personal call with me. The link right there in the description is actually my personal booking link below. All right, and book in with me, and I'm gonna just ask you a couple questions to just see if you qualify and see if you're a good fit, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, once again, thank you for taking this time to jump on here today. And look, your success is within reach. And I promise you, with my help and with the growth infrastructure model, like you're going to get there, okay? So stay blessed. Once again, thank you. I'll see you on the call.